Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through on Wednesday, halfway through the week. Look at this beautiful weather outside. All got jerseys on, vests on, jackets on. Hey, sure, but winter has arrived a month early, I think, this year. But we've had some couple of easy winters, so maybe it's about time we had a cold one. But thank you for coming through this morning, and thank you for tuning in live wherever you are around the country today. We do appreciate you joining us in the middle of the day today. We are talking about DuePoint today. That's where you're at. The first thing to know about DuePoint is that we're a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. This is important to note because we want you to understand that we are not a new company. We were first founded in 1952. This is a 66-year-old listed and licensed insurance company in South Africa. So it's not a fly-by-night kind of thing. We want you to have some confidence and trust in us. Go to Conduit Capital and the JSC's website and you'll find us there. And of course you can go to the FSCA's website and you'll find our licenses and listings there. We are of course an authorized and registered financial services provider. There's our FSP number right there. We also are a business made up of real people who live in South Africa and who you can find in this building every day of the week, Monday through Saturday. We let everybody know this because I think these days there's so many things that come in from overseas that we never really know if we're dealing with real people or not half the time. Well, here you will find all of us here Monday through Saturday every week of the year. You'll find me in the corner there, Brendan Benfield. I'm the senior executive here with my team, Tim and Stacey and Jane and Rob, in these offices all the time. Now we of course have all the requisite skill sets as well because you're going to be working a lot with us through the DuePoint process. Well, what is it that we do here? Well, our primary objective at DuePoint is to put into the hands of South Africans a tool that they can use to create wealth. We are in many senses the wealth generation unit of Constantia. What we do here is we create something for you that you cannot create for yourself. At the moment, you're all employed. As employees, you do not create wealth. You get a salary every month, and the moment you can't work anymore, well, that's the end of any salary that you can get. When you pass away one day, you can't hand it over to your children. They don't hand jobs over generation after generation. But what we do instead is we put in your hands a tool that you can use to create wealth. That is recurring, steadfast money every single month. And if it works the way we've designed it to work for the rest of your life. This is really important because we believe it is how we will solve the current financial crisis of the average South African. Right now, you know, we're all plugged into the debt system because it's how we survive. You know, prices are going up all the time. You have no control over that. Your income doesn't rise to meet those prices, and so you need something to fill the gap. And that gap is always filled by debt in South Africa. And debt is probably the only thing you're going to leave behind to your children one day. It is the case for 99% of South Africans. We don't have any other choices. We just have our finances sucked up by an insufficient income that we cannot control and expenditure that is out of control. We find ourselves in crisis. All of us in crisis, and this past week particularly, I've been talking to people who are in financial crisis. And we need to change that. We have built this tool to change that. Not to create money. Money is here today, gone tomorrow like your salary, but to create wealth. Wealth that lasts a lifetime and possibly generational. That is our first objective at DuePoint. Our second objective is again to get South Africans to participate in the financial services space in South Africa. It is an incredibly regulated piece of the South African economy, and it means that most South Africans are not involved in it. Well, in our system, we open the window and we allow South Africans again to participate with us in the financial services space. With those two objectives put together, we have created what we call the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system is our economic solution to the absolute crisis the average South African is here today in South Africa. It starts with you. The system allows you as an individual to contract with us as a wealth engineer. A wealth engineer is given one simple task, just the task of connecting people to us. This is not a sales job. It is not a marketing job. It is not an advising job. It is the simple task of connecting people to us. As you connect people to us, you allow us as an insurance company to connect with a wider audience, a deeper depth into the South African economy. As we do that, we are able to facilitate the purchase of our products and create revenue. That revenue is where we're able to create the wealth for you. We create it through a recurring extra income. Nobody quits their job to do DuePoint, and this is important to remember. This is a tool that you add to your life to create wealth on top of the thing that is putting the food on your table, which is your job. We do it, though, not on an ad hoc basis. Like I said, we don't sell things here. We don't sell pots and pans and mouth sprays and vitamins and minerals and all these things. Because, well, really for two reasons. Firstly, South Africans are tired of doing that. And secondly, because that only creates income at the point of transaction. When you're selling something, you're making money. But we have different circumstances every day. Sometimes we're sick and we're in hospital. Maybe we get hit by a car. Maybe we're injured and we need to go to hospital for a month. Maybe we're working extremely hard at work and we don't have the time to be selling. And thirdly, maybe we're on holiday and are not in the mood for selling. When those occasions arise, no income. That's not wealth. Wealth is there no matter what your circumstances are. Whether you're lying in hospital, whether you're on the beach down in, in Durban or the Cape, it doesn't matter. In those months, your wealth must come in. And so we've built a system based on financial services and lifestyle products, which run on automatic debit orders, which means that every month those debit orders run no matter your circumstance, no matter the holiday that month, whether it's Christmas or Easter, no matter whether you're busy or quiet. Those debit orders run and your income comes in. This creates steadfast, recurring, reliable income that is there for a lifetime. So much more powerful than selling something and getting money just in that transaction. This is not what we wanted to create, but what we have done is we've created wealth. And our wealth will last beyond your lifetime too, as you see as we progress this morning. We've then wrapped this in a system that allows you to leverage others. The biggest reason people don't join us at DuePoint is because they say, I don't have time. Well, nobody's got time. You're not unique in the fact that you don't have time. Everybody's extremely busy. You know what the sad part is? All that busyness is not creating wealth. All that busyness is creating survival, but at a diminishing rate. We're actually surviving less well every year. We're getting poorer every year. We know this. I mean, your salary at the end of last year increased by what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10% maybe, if you were lucky. Well, prices went up 17 to 20%, and what did we have on the 1st of April this year? VAT increase. Prices up 7%. None of us are keeping up with that, and yet we're too busy. We're too busy to create wealth for ourselves. We've got day jobs. Somebody said to me the other day, I've got a day job. I don't have time for this. I was like, yes, your day job is what has put you in the financial crisis that you're in. We here understand this, and we've built into our system the ability for you to leverage others in building your wealth. You're able to create teams that work with you 24 hours a day in building wealth. Even when you can't be doing it, they're doing it around you. It's proper freedom that we've created for you in this system. It's not employment, it's independence with us here at DuePoint. And we've built it again in a way that does not require any financial risk from you. This is the other thing we're all sick and tired of. We get a lot of phone calls into our client service team where people ask us, what do I have to pay to be part of DuePoint? Folks, you don't pay anything to be a wealth engineer at DuePoint. There's no startup fee, no startup cost, no package of goodies you're going to have to buy, no starter guide or application forms, no monthly fees, no admin fees, none of these sorts of things. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you're automatically a wealth engineer at no additional cost at all. And so today is not a financial decision. You're not going to walk out of here poorer than when you walked in. We hope, in fact, the exact opposite. And also, because we're not doing an intermediary service, we're not brokering, we're not agents, we're not selling, we're not advising, we're not advertising here as wealth engineers, anybody can do it. Absolutely anybody can do it. This is how we've opened the window to let people participate in the financial services space, because anybody can do it here at DuePoint. And it means that everybody who becomes a wealth engineer is able to now start creating that wealth asset here with DuePoint. You see, an asset is not something that's there for 5 minutes. So advertise on Facebook and Google, work from home, create an asset, blah, 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 blah. You can't do that when you're selling something. But when you've got a business like ours that creates channels that produce income on a monthly basis, recurring every month, when you can plan and forecast your income with us, well, now you've got something you can price. And when you can price something, you can sell it. And ultimately, the channels you build with us here are going to transfer to your children when you pass away one day. I don't think many people actually fully grip the power of that. What we've built here is something that doesn't just affect the lives of this generation in South Africa. It is something that will affect the lives of generations of South Africans to come. Because instead of getting debt back from their parents like you might have, what you're going to do is you're going to hand income over to your children when you pass away. They are going to be able to take this asset and build it further. And who knows what that means for your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren in our system. We've built the system as well in a way that takes into account all the stigmas that are out there. We understand people have tremendous stigma around direct selling, around network marketing, around anything that doesn't sound like a full-time job. Why? Naturally, because all these things blow in from offshore, take everybody's money, promise them the stars, and then leave with all their money. So we understand that there's natural stigmas. Well, we've changed the system completely. First of all, you don't do any selling. So you never have to worry about any sort of selling or having to convince people or any of that sort of business. Secondly, you don't have to carry any products around. You don't have to be the embarrassing salesperson with a car that's been branded with all sorts of things to try and move the things in your boot. And thirdly, you never present. At DuePoint, there's only 2 people that present. It's me and Rob, which means you never have to worry about it. With our technology, we're in your pocket 24 hours a day, anywhere in the country. You never have to present in the DuePoint system. So when people say to me, Brennan, I don't have time and it's too hard, I say, good news, you don't need time, and we do the work for you. This is what we've done to solve the problem here at DuePoint. This is something you don't need to use. In fact, I was listening to a very interesting talk yesterday where people talk about how we have a subconscious reaction these days, which is no. Whatever anybody says to you, it's no. I have this problem with my father-in-law. My father, it doesn't matter what I say, he starts all of his sentences with no, even if the answer is yes. He starts with no and then he brings it back around to yes. But we start with that subconscious reaction of no. What we've got to do today, as I talk through this with you, is you've got to move into the conscious mind of saying, hang on, I need to make a proper decision about this, not a subconscious no. Because hang on, I don't need to sell. I don't need to carry stock around, and I'm not going to be responsible for presenting or venues or all of this bits and pieces. Okay, hang on, I can look at this differently. We leave you with one task. Just connect individuals to us. That's it. And that one task you do through one of 4 ways. The first way is you go to our information counter and you buy a USB stick. It's got our presentations on it. If you struggle with data wherever you are, buy the USB stick. Plug it into a computer or a smart TV, and wham presto, there we are doing the presentation for you. Second way of connecting people to us is by bringing them here. If you're in Gauteng, bring them here. 6 days a week. We present out of this room. Night times, lunch times, mornings. You pick a spot that's convenient for you. Come along, we do the work for you again. The third way of connecting people to us is through our YouTube channel. You search DuePoint, you'll find every presentation we've ever done. And you'll be amazed, YouTube is open 24 hours a day. You can be 3 o'clock in the morning down a mine shaft, as long as you've got an internet connection. There I am in full makeup, ready to do the presentation for you. Okay? Anywhere in the country, any day of the year, you are connected to the heart of DuePoint through our YouTube channel. And then the fourth way of connecting people to DuePoint is through our live broadcasts. Every one of our presentations, every day, is broadcast live around the country, which means that no matter where you are, again, no more excuses, no more I'm at work, I can't do this. No problem, at work. You've got internet there. You click play and you are live in the room with us. Gather your acquaintances around no matter where you are. Click play on your cell phone, your tablet, your computer, your TV, and you are live with us every day of the week, Monday through Saturday, in this room, able to connect people to DuePoint. And as you do that, some of the people you're going to connect are going to want to become wealth engineers. When they do, we allocate them to you, and your channel is now born. Your team begins. This team goes out and connects individuals to us in the same way you did. And when they do, we allocate those people to you as well, and your channel starts to grow. Now, people look at this and get confused. First of all, they think it doesn't happen. I can promise you it happens, and it's happening every minute of the day. You'll be amazed at how this business at DuePoint grows 24 hours a day as people spread across the country. The same will occur for you. We had some wonderful diagrams up 2 or 3 weeks ago where we showed individuals who had started, had the belief that that this thing wouldn't work, put a few people in, left. 18 months later, 7,500 people are in a channel they walked away from because they were like, no, this doesn't work. 18 months later, 7,500 people in the channel. We had some wonderful examples like that. This system works. You'll also notice that it's not a particular shape. Do you see how it's not a particular? You're thinking of a shape right now in your head. Or you're not. You're thinking of a shape, or you're not in your head right now. Have you noticed how this doesn't look like that? This is exactly how channels grow at DuePoint. We come along now as DuePoint, not you, and we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this channel you have created for us, and your income is now born. Again, we've done the work for you in this process. What happens now is that we say to you, we reveal to you the truth about this business. You'll find we're very different from everything else you've been at. Here's the truth. This is a get-rich-slow scheme. We're not a get-rich-quick scheme. We're not a pyramid scheme. We're not a Ponzi scheme. This is what people think we are sometimes. Other times they hope we're a get-rich-quick scheme. Because right now people are so desperate to get out of their financial crisis, they want to be rich today. Unfortunately, nobody, including all the invisible people on Facebook, can make you rich overnight. None of them. We, however, at DuePoint, as I said to you, are a wealth creation unit. What we do is we create wealth for South Africans over time. That's the price you pay here, is time. People often wonder whether they're going to walk out of here and we're going to take all their money. No, we don't take money. That would make us a Ponzi scheme. No, here we take your time. And we take your time, we put it into this tool, and we create wealth through it. And those willing to pay the price of time put us in a position to start facilitating the purchase of our products, which ultimately creates your wealth. The first product that we facilitate the purchase of is our Access Wealth Plan. Our Access Wealth Plan costs 324 Rand a month, and for that, you get 2 independent products. Your first one is your very own tax-free investment account. We take 100 Rand of your 324, only 100 Rand of your 324, and we put it in that investment account every month. There are no waiting periods on that. There's no restrictions and no penalties on that money. It's yours. You can withdraw it at any stage that you like. It's your money. You can input more money in if you'd like, or less. It doesn't change our pricing. For the second product, you pay the remaining 224 Rand a month, and that gives you 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. Our second product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 249 Rand a month. And for that, you get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover, no matter what your age is, no matter what pre-existing conditions you have, and with no waiting periods. After your first 249 Rand, you are undercover for 1 million Rand. All of our products have been designed to facilitate wealth creation for you, the growth of your teams. And as a result, none of them require any risk rating of your customers. At the moment, that means that we do not cover illness or natural causes. Because if we did, when you brought somebody in here, we'd have to say, how old are you? What pre-existing conditions do you have? What job do you do? Where do you live? And of course, it wouldn't be 249 Rand. It would be 2,500 Rand a month for half the people that came in here. Now you don't have that limitation. Anybody and everybody that you bring to DuePoint can be a wealth engineer with us for 249 Rand a month, less than 250 Rand a month. Our third product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It's 299 Rand a month, and for 299 Rand a month, you get access to all of our suppliers. You can use every single month, and they give you discounts, account managers, packages, services, vouchers, all sorts of things across retail stores, motor manufacturers, data suppliers, entertainers, gyms, you name it, travel agencies. We've got the lot in there, and we're always adding. We're always adding to our Wealth Point program. You get the lot for 299 Rand a month. All right, now, having facilitated the purchase of our products, we're able to create the wealth. How do we do it? Well, the system's pretty easy. In traditional banking and insurance, how do we get you to connect with us? Well, we advertise to you in every possible way. Costs us hundreds of millions of rands a year. What do? We add it to the price of your product. And by adding it to the price of your product, it means that when you pay your banking fees, your funeral cover, your car insurance, you're paying for next month's TV adverts. Every month, you're paying for next month's marketing. Now, here at DuePoint, we do zero advertising. This is why you have never heard of us before today. We use you to connect individuals to us instead of SABC, DSTV, Prime Media, etc., all of whom we would have been paying money that we now have available to you and your channel. And we do it in two ways. The first way is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 for every product payment made in your channel, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel the payment is made. So for instance, you go out, you chat to some of your friends. Some of them become wealth engineers, they pay for their product, you get R27.50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. 55 Rand for every product payment every month that it's made. Now, I had a good laugh this morning. I heard of a story, no, last night, in fact, heard of a story. There was a lady who went out to talk to a few folk in Rustenburg, and they laughed at her and said, well, what am I going to do with 55 Rand? I'm astounded by that. You see, they think that when they sell the pot and get 450 Rand, that's making money. No, folks, this is not once off. This is every single month going forward. When you're sick, when you're healthy, when you're on holiday, when you're too busy at work, 55 Rand, 50 Rand. And not per person, per product. Which means that if this person takes 2 products, you get 110 Rand. If they take 3 products, you get 165 Rand, not once, but every month that they pay for it. What we have created is proper wealth in your hands, not single transaction. Hang on, but I can get 450 Rand once off. No, we've created where you could get 450 Rand every 3 months with our system, with one transaction, one connection of an individual to us. These folk go out, they talk to a few more of their friends. Again, you get 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200% per product payment per month. You've been here in this particular example for a few minutes. You've added a handful of people and you're earning 1,000 Rand a month with the DuePoint system, 12,000 Rand a year. You put a little bit more time and a little bit more energy into the construction of your channel, and you continue to earn under our returns program, but in a diminishing basis down to the 8th point. But there is no limitation to the size of the channel you can create or the amount of earning that you can create for yourself. From the 8th point on, as long as you're qualified, you will always earn 4% of 27.50 Rand for every product payment in your channel. Now, this is how we create that generational legacy. You see, when your children pick this channel up one day, they will continue to grow it further, and further still when your grandchildren take the channel and build it from where they left it off. This is the power of the wealth generation we have created at DuePoint. So what does it look like? Well, people ask me the question, how much can I earn then on a monthly basis? Well, let's look at that. It's difficult to tell. All of you are going to build at a different rate. Some fast and some slow. I don't know. So we took 20 years of data and we calculated what we think is a reasonable, conservative growth rate for you. You're new, you come in here, you pick up this tool in your first month, you do 3 people, just 3 people on your first point. That's an entire month for 3 people. We really feel like that's reasonable. We try to be as conservative as possible. Nothing like Facebook, all right? 100,000 Rand after 90 days, million Rand after a year. Yeah, no, never going to happen. We said 3 people because we know you're busy. Then every month thereafter, you've got to do 2. 2 people every month thereafter, every single month. You've got to be persistent. You've got to put the time and the energy in to put 2 people in every month. We call it the 3+2 growth rate formula. So if you can do that over time, 3 people in the first month, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2 for 6 months, and we put in lapses, cancellation rates, people not following your example and doing the same thing. We built it all into the maths. We believe that after 6 months, you can reasonably expect to be on about 2,500 Rand a month with us. 2,500 Rand, 30,000 Rand a year extra income. You still got your job, you still get your salary, but around about the 17th, 18th, 19th of every month, we put 2,500 Rand into your bank account. Not once for selling the pot, no, every month thereafter 2,500 Rand. After another 6 months of you adding plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, working with your guys to do the same thing, we think you can reasonably expect to be on 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. That's 120,000 Rand, not once off, every year thereafter. There's nothing like 10,000 Rand on the 17th of every month. It's like a cylinder of oxygen. Do you know what it feels like? You see it in your bank account and your reaction is, it's a breath of fresh air. You got your salary, that got spent in the first 10 days. Poof, maybe the first 10 hours. You know what it's like, those debit orders run, and it's gone. Okay. 17th, another 10 grand comes in. See, people look at Facebook and Google and they go, I need the 100,000 Rand a month. You don't need the 100,000 Rand a month. You need the 10,000 Rand a month. And if you can put a year in with us, not 5 minutes, not 3 months, 12 months, Plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. If you can do that, we will have created not money, but wealth for you. 10,000 Rand every month that you can forecast, that is reliable, that is recurring, that you can start planning a future on. Now, if you could do 2 years with us, that rises to about 27,000 Rand a month. 27,000 Rand a month is 360,000 Rand a year. It's more than most people will earn in their life. But are they willing to do 2 years? That's the big thing. When people say this system doesn't work, no, it works for those who put the time in. It certainly doesn't work for those who come for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 2 months and go, no, it doesn't work. No, sure, it doesn't work after 2 months. But after 24 months, your income can quite reasonably, you can expect it to be around 27,000 Rand a month. If you can do 3 years with us, it rises to 45,000 Rand a month. If you can do 4 years of consistent plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, it rises to about 60,000 Rand a month. And if you can get to 5 years with us, half a decade, not 5 months, not the 90 days promised on the internet, 5 years of hard labor with us. It's not easy. It's hard labor with us. We reckon you can conservatively estimate to be on about 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. That's R1 million a year. You've made it in 5 years. You've got to ask yourself the question, how long have I worked to this point? Because if you are too busy, if you've got a day job, if you've got no hours left in your day, but you are not making ends meet, you have to ask yourself the question, what else could I be doing with my time? How else could I be creating wealth? Now, there's that famous saying that most people are happy to do the hard work of being poor, but not the easy work of being rich. It's true. When we say to you, don't come to your job, or don't rely on your job solely, do something extra, people go, no, I'm unwilling to do the extra. I'd rather stay poor. Here, we need 5 years. 5 years of labor. And in 5 years, we reasonably expect you to be on about 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. Is this something you can do? Is it something others can do? Is it something that's been working? Well, this is not our first year, so I can answer that question. Every month we take a handful of people from across the country, we put them on this stage. In fact, the next time we do it is this coming Tuesday. And with not people that are all high flyers, we take a nice mixed bag and we put them up here and we show you people going slowly and we show you people going quickly. We don't show you the people not doing anything because it's not worth showing you the people not doing anything. We only show you the people that are actually doing the easy work of getting rich. This month, we had Lingao. Lingao has been with us 5 months since Christmas. Since Christmas, he's created an income for himself of 4,600 Rand a month. 4,600 Rand a month, guys. I said it would take you 6 months to get to 2,500 Rand a month, remember? Well, it's up to you. You see, the tool is yours. If you put more time and effort in, you grow faster. He's on 4.6 after 5 months. We've got Sidwell. Sidwell's going slower. He said he wanted 10 solid people. So he's been searching hard, and over the period of time of 10 months, he's found 8. In that period of time, he's created an income of nearly 5,000 Rand a month. So I tease him and tell him he's part of the 1+1 club because he's going at half the speed. But it doesn't matter. He's only too happy to take 60,000 Rand a year from DuePoint. It's extra income. You think you could have a nice holiday on 60,000 Rand a year? You think you could pay off your car on 60,000 Rand a year? You think you could add to the bond on your house at 60,000 Rand a year? Yes, you can. This is how life changes. It's wealth. He doesn't have to run around selling things. He now gets 4,800 Rand every month. Then what happens after time? Well, here's Donnie. Donnie's been with us for 2 years. It's good to look at that. Well, you know, if you do commit the 24 months to it, what's going to happen? I said you should be on about 27,000 Rand a month. Donnie is on 24,000 Rand a month after 2 years at putting just 3.7 people in every month. You see, I'm too busy to do this. I've got a day job, etc., etc., etc. 3 people a month, guys. Can you find and put 3 people a month into your channel? Because if you can, after 2 years, you could have lived the life that Donnie has. Now, he's got a great testimony. Go to our YouTube channel, watch his video. He will tell you how more than just the money has changed things for him over 2 years. The experience, the journey at DuePoint has been worth so much more to him. And he could have chosen no, walked away, and nothing would have changed over the last 2 years. But now, everything is different for him. On our YouTube channel, you'll find the testimonies of hundreds of people that have been through the DuePoint process. Some earning slowly, some earning really quickly. They're all there for you to watch. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that is DuePoint. From top to bottom. Everything you need to know about DuePoint, I've told you. You can find everything you want online, but you'll be disappointed. I told you everything already. The decision to become a wealth engineer starts now. Everything I tell you after this is just extra. To become a wealth engineer with us won't cost you anything, but it will take 5 minutes of your time to fill out the application form. You go to our website, DuePoint.net, click the apply button, fill the form out, no money having parted from your hands. Worst scheme in the whole world. Worst scheme. I did this entire presentation on Monday night, and a lady at the end went, "This is a pyramid scheme," and walked out. Holy sherbet, worst pyramid scheme in the whole world. I take none of your money. All right, nonetheless, fill out the form, no money having parted from your hands, and you are a wealth engineer this afternoon. And from this afternoon, you can start building your wealth with us. If you're serious, get the tools. We got the tools for you. If you struggle with data, get the USB stick. If you struggle with your phone's battery running out, get the backup battery. If you're struggling to make connection with people, people are not believing you, they feel it's not a genuine opportunity, get the business cards. You'll be amazed at the power of a business card in a transaction. We get them all for you. You can order them at our information counter or at info@DuePoint.net. Our prices are there, and you can see everything in our glass cabinet. Folks, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's the heart of our business, and it gets you in contact with us 24 hours a day. It is free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go to it, DuePoint, search it, see it, click subscribe, and now you know when we're live every day, you know when we're adding content to that channel. Download our free app. Put it onto your phones. It plugs you into the heart of your channel. You can watch in real time what is happening with your channel. You can do your training anywhere, anytime by simply pushing the tools button on the app and watching the videos. You don't have to write any exams. I'm going to put those in later. All you need to do is watch the videos, and you will grow in this business. Your personal information and your documents are on that app, so make sure that you download it. Guys, we are running Teamworks meetings now on Saturdays. People have asked us what they are. We've been running them for 2 years now, so I'm surprised that people still ask me what a Teamworks meeting is. Teamworks meeting is personal, one-on-one training with Rob and I and your channel. You get your channel in here, we sit with you, and it is interactive. It's not like these presentations or dev seminars where you can't interact with us. It's fully interactive training. We're going to be running them live streamed on Saturdays at 11 till 12:15. So if you're not in Gauteng, this does not preclude you from these Teamworks meetings. Guys, no matter where you are around the country, you tune in live, gather your team, gather your new guests. It's after the Saturday morning introduction presentation. Put them in the room, wherever you are, and watch the Teamworks with us. If you've got questions, send them up to the leaders up here in Joburg or to my staff, and we'll have them answered in those sessions for you. So make sure you don't forget them. Intro presentation, 10 o'clock as usual, and then Teamworks afterwards. This weekend, however, we do have a development seminar coming up. Wednesday, that's tonight, we are launching our first Wednesday night presentations. That means Monday through Thursdays now. We have 6:30 introduction presentations out of this building. Tune in or arrive here from 6:30 as usual on the other days, but tonight our very first Wednesday night introduction presentation. So bring everybody, gather up, and let's have a great first launch Wednesday night this evening, and tune in live with your guests tonight. Folks, as I said, Dev Seminar this Saturday morning. It's a good week to have joined us in. Once a month, we do live training out of this room, which we call development seminars. We try to bring the best training literally in the world to our wealth engineers here. And this weekend, we've got an awesome training session. I'm actually particularly excited about it, called Simple as That. I think a lot of people get lost in the DuePoint system. We're going to simplify it right down for you. And I think really important for new wealth engineers. If you've got new guys in your channels, wherever you are in the country, this is a great one to get them going in the right direction and keep them clear of the clutter as they build their wealth with us at DuePoint. 9 o'clock as usual, Saturday morning. Tune in. It will be live from around the country. Fill your rooms with your wealth engineers. It's not for guests, although we don't mind if a guest sits in. They just won't know what we're talking about. Bring your wealth engineers, put them in the room, your entire channels, get them in, and let's get some proper training going again this weekend. It's going to be quite exciting with that. And so, folks, we know that one of the other reasons why people are afraid to do DuePoint is they say, I don't know how to do this. Well, it doesn't matter. We have created an XP Rewards training program. It's the second way we build wealth for you. It's the second way we change your lifestyle here at DuePoint. Through this program, we take you by the hand from beginner to expert, and we train you how to do this. As you complete steps in the program, we give you what's called experience points, XP points. They are just a measure of your maturity and progress through the program. They're not worth anything. But naturally, as you accumulate these points, your channel is going to grow. And where you meet the two criteria of experience and channel size, we rank you up in this program. And when we rank you up, we reward you. In the beginning, the little bit of cash keeps you going, keeps you liquid as you're building your wealth with us. Then as you get a bit more experienced and your channel gets a bit bigger, well, the cash starts getting a lot more serious. There are 28 ranks in our program currently, and we're only showing you to rank 11 here at the moment. So you can imagine how serious this program gets. At rank 5, we start to reward you with tools. At rank 5, we give you an imported lightning memory stick with everything on that you need. This is done so that no matter where you are, whether you've got data or not, you can be connecting people to us. At rank 7, we give you your very own imported business cards, 12,500 Rand per set, gold gilded, gold printed for you. Again, to help with that connection. Talk to the guys that have got these cards. They're all over the place. Find them, let them show you that card, and you ask yourself how you feel when you have that 12,500 Rand business card in your hands. It is a powerful connection tool. We give it to you at rank 7. At rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size with us, every year for the rest of your life, we take you and your family away on a 1-week trip, all expenses paid, business class. Folks, we don't take just you away. We don't go away in July or May or September when your kids aren't on holiday. We go away in December. Every year. We go away in December. And we take you and your family with us because this is hard work. It is hard work to build wealth. In any system, let alone DuePoints, it's hard work. But we reward you along the way as you build your wealth through our returns program. Our rewards program motivates and incentivizes you along the way. How worth it is it to create wealth over time if you know that once a year going forward, you have an all expenses paid holiday in place and lined up for you. Many of our rank 9s on the 1st of January this year already knew where and what they were doing in December 2018. They will have the same sensation on the 1st of January 2019. They will know what they're doing in December 2019. This becomes part of the life you live when you have created wealth, when you have taken the step to put the work in, to persevere, to ignore the critics, and to go beyond your subconscious no to a conscious yes. I want to give myself options. When you make these decisions, rank 9 trips every December look a little bit like this.
All of your wind has gone, and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand, don't let the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
Yeah, the price to pay though, the price to pay. Why don't you grab those lights there for me? I'm going to be there this year. Are you going to be there? That's the question you've got to ask yourself. It takes time to get to rank 9. It's not 5 minutes. As I said, we've got 28 ranks, so you can only imagine what happens after this. I always laugh and tease the guys are saying this is our cheap and nasty trip, but you can see it's pretty good, 5-star business class. But it takes time. Average time to rank 9 for those who commit, 19 months. So that means you're not coming this year. But that doesn't matter. Because we have an accumulating system, whatever you build this year is what you start on next year. So we guarantee that anybody who perseveres will go rank 9. And we've got new people going every year with us. This is what happens. And if you miss this year, you don't have to cry and go, I'm not going to make it, I give up. No, quite the opposite. You have built towards the next one and the next one until you ultimately get there. Can you get there faster than 19 months? Absolutely. Record's 5 months. 5 months to rank 9. And we've got plenty of time between now and December. So the decision is up to you whether you're going to put the time and effort in, and also it depends on your personal circumstances. But this is there for everyone. There's not competitions at DuePoint. It's there for everyone. At rank 11, we give you another very useful tool. It's your own car. It's not branded. It's not rented to you. We don't give it to you and take it away. You don't finance it through us. It's yours. It's your car. And we hope that, like everything else that we have put into our system, it will create belief and it will create perseverance in the journey of creating wealth with us here at DuePoint. As part of our program, we run monthly wealth quests. These are bite-sized chunks, able for everybody to do. And where you complete the criteria of our wealth quests, which are different each month, we reward you with tools, things that are going to help you build this business. This month, some months it's iPads, tablets, smart TVs, all the tools you need. This month it's cash. It's the middle of the year. There's one thing people need right now, it's cash. And so it's cash this year. And we've got the You're in the Army Now quest. We say, can you get yourself can you add somebody to a channel who becomes qualified? And can you rank yourself up this month? If you can do that and have everyone paid by the end of this month, 31st of May, there's 10,000 extra rands in it for you this month on top of your returns and rewards in this program. 10,000 rand. So even if you're brand new, this is like what you should be earning after 12 months. You can get in your first month with us if you commit to it. Is it easy work? No. No, you've got to get serious if you want to create wealth for yourself. But for those who are serious, there's 10,000 rand cash in it for you. In fact, right now we're calculating all the wealth quest qualifiers from last month. There's a whole string of them. It's very exciting to see how people are pulling weight around the country right now in the DuePoint system. This is also our last month with our 90-day challenge. Our 90-day challenge is for anybody who achieves rank 4 or is rank 4 by the end of this month and is able to put 5 rank 2s into their channel before the 31st of May, get everyone paid as usual. There is an extra 25,000 rand cash in it for all of those. That's 35,000 rand of cash on the table this month, in addition to our returns and rewards. We have put everything down to get South Africans past their stigmas and into a position where they go, I need to start changing my future. I need to start creating wealth. We've put it all down, and it's there for everybody who makes the decision and puts the work in. Folks, I think you can see that we're rather serious about what we're doing here at DuePoint. We've got a busy week ahead. Our first live Wednesday night intro presentation tonight, development seminar on Saturday morning, Tell All Tuesday next week, Tuesday. We've got a lot of things going on in the next couple of weeks, in the next couple of days, because we're serious about what we're doing here. And we want you to be serious about what we've said. If you've got questions and concerns, totally understandable. Ask them. Ask them. Do not believe you have the answer, because you haven't. You haven't yet got the answer. Come and get the answer from us. Understand what we're doing here. But don't walk out of here today without this tool. Pick it up. It doesn't cost you anything. Become a wealth engineer and start creating wealth from this afternoon with us. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see you all outside. And thanks for all of you who've tuned in live today.